General Hospital GH. Spoilers reveal that Ava Jerome, Maura West, may say 6 furious words to Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi, after Rick Lansing's Rick Hurst tragedy. It's Kristina's fault that Rick will end up injured and struggling to survive, so Ava may figure that out. During the week of March 31 April 4, Ava will get updates on Rick's car wreck and worry about his fate. Rick and Ava have been exploring a romance, so she may be surprised by just how emotional she gets once this crash news strikes. Later, GH spoilers say Ava will score a stunning piece of intel. There'll be some info that Ava uncovers, and it sounds like it could give Ava a shocking new perspective regarding this case. It's possible that intel will relate to the brakes that were cut on Rick's vehicle by mistake. The cops should find out Rick's car was sabotaged, so that'll definitely bring some twists and turns in the investigation. Naturally, it shouldn't be too hard for Ava to think back on the face-off she had with Kristina in her building shortly before Rick's crash. Ava may also remember that Rick parked in her space and put it together that Kristina tried to wipe her off the map. Will Ava ultimately confront Kristina over her car tampering and throw some accusations around? That's when Kristina may say these 6 furious words to Kristina, "You're going to prison for this." Once this new intel points in Kristina's direction, she may be at Ava's mercy. Ava may want Kristina to pay for what she did to Rick and even Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, since she'll be injured in the crash too. Nevertheless, Kristina might resort to begging Ava to keep quiet. Maybe Kristina will strike a deal with Ava in exchange for her silence. Ava might have some blackmail material to work with if she chooses to hold her intel over Kristina's head. Kristina may fear she's indeed going to prison if she doesn't cooperate, so that could force a risky deal with Ava. Regardless, some jaw-dropping info is about to land in Ava's lap, so she might make predictions about prison being in Kristina's future if she doesn't do what she's told. General Hospital spoilers say Ava may gain the upper hand, so stay tuned. CDL will have other exciting General Hospital spoilers, updates and news to read up on, so make us your go-to GH source. Ava Jerome sat in her penthouse, staring out the window with a glass of scotch in hand. It had been a rough week. Her life, once filled with complicated drama, was now even more tumultuous. The idea of a romance with Rick Lansing had been one of those fleeting thoughts, maybe a way to distract herself from the lingering chaos of her world. But now, with Rick's life hanging in the balance, Ava couldn't shake the weight of what was happening. Her thoughts wandered back to the day of the accident, to the moment when everything had changed. Rick's accident had rocked her. When the phone call had come in, telling her about the crash, she had barely been able to process the shock. Rick, injured and fighting for his life, had become a symbol of what she feared most. Despite their complicated relationship, the possibility of losing him struck a chord in her. In the hours that followed, her emotions ran rampant. She paced her apartment, unable to focus on anything else, worrying not only about his condition, but also the strange circumstances surrounding the crash. It was all a mistake, or so she thought. But now, with new intel coming to light, Ava felt something shift within her. Rick's car hadn't simply been in an accident, it had been sabotaged. His brakes had been cut, and that wasn't an accident. It was an attack, a carefully planned attempt to end Rick's life. Ava's mind raced back to the day before the crash, when everything had seemed so normal. Kristina Corinthos Davis had confronted her in her office, a confrontation that had left Ava rattled. There had been words exchanged, harsh words, and in the heat of the moment, Ava had realized something that would change everything. Kristina had been far more volatile than Ava had ever anticipated. In their argument, Kristina had made it clear that she wasn't going to back down, and in that moment, Ava wondered whether the younger Corinthos Davis had gone further than just using words. Ava had seen her leave the building that day in a hurry. And now, with Rick in the hospital, possibly fighting for his life, Ava's thoughts turned darker. She recalled a small detail, a detail that now felt significant. Rick had parked in Ava's usual spot, an action that, in retrospect, seemed almost like a subtle statement. But it wasn't just the parking spot that caught her attention, it was everything that followed. That argument with Kristina, the tension between them, and now, the sabotage of Rick's car. Was this all connected? Ava had done what she always did. She dug deeper. She found herself in the hospital where Rick was being treated.